one. I remember this version. this is the Emma that got the whole team to Elite 3 times. So anyway, welcome to the team call. I just hit your record, so we're going to start this off. No, we're talking about longevity over time. Because the thing that happens when you are showing up every day a little bit consistently, like these 30-minute workouts, eating clean 85% of the time, that thing works. And you know what it does is it allows your brain to relax, and because it trusts you. You're going to do this. This is what happens. And that allows your body to naturally lose weight and maintain a healthy weight and detox on its own. But when you're going up and down and up and down and, oh, I'm going to go off all weekend and kill myself on Monday and Tuesday to make up for it and have to starve myself and whatever, then your body's in stress response mode, which makes you hang on to fat. And then you can't lose weight and you're yo-yoing and you don't know what's wrong and you're tired and you're like breaking out and your skin and your hair and whatever is all out of whack. And then we get issues with hormones and thyroid and whatever. And honestly, guys, it's because you're literally throwing yourself into a stress response on a weekly basis. So when people talk about like they, go all week and then they like binge drink all weekend, I'm like, whoa, okay, that's fine if you want to party a little bit, but let's like dial that back, because what you're doing is you're screwing yourself over for the next 5 days because you're now in the stress response. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to correlate really quick back to the business. The same thing happens with showing up for your vital behaviors and working from your list every day. You prove to yourself that you can do this because you are. And then you get those messages that come in. They're like, hey, I'm ready to join your team. I'm ready to join your group. And you're like, what? All right. And then as soon as you back off the business, though, you stop showing up, you stop inviting, you stop connecting, you stop CCQing, you stop adding or whatever. You're like, I can't do this. This isn't going to work for me. And you go into stress response. And there's no money being made and it's not happening. And guess why it's not happening? You binge ate or whatever, but in the business form. Go into that mindset. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to mute you guys. I love you. We'll talk more. If you have questions you want to talk further at the end, I will hang on, but there are some of you that have a really busy, tight schedule tonight, so I want to respect that and dive right into the call. But I think that's a perfect place to start with where we are right now, is I'm giving you permission to not have to go, quote unquote, all in. I'm giving you permission to just be consistent. I'm asking you to be consistent for an hour every day. And what that's going to look like for you is it's going to be, you're being proof that the products work. And when she said that on the National Wake Up Call on Monday, I have never thought about that in 8 years, that it's not she said, it's Emma, you're not, or no, not Emma. She said, it's not use our products. It's be proof that they work. And how are we proof that they work? We use them the right way, the way they're designed. And then we don't self-sabotage. I will admit that I have struggled with personal stress issues over years of doing this. There's been ebbs and flows, and that's human. And for varieties of reasons, like whether it's a pandemic or divorce or a move or a surgery or I was sick, there's been times when I've struggled with being consistent more than others. I'm giving myself permission to let that go today and say, today, I'm going to honor myself and I'm going to follow this 85 to 90% on. So if I'm not perfect, I don't care. But I'm not going to go be like 100% today and tomorrow I'm binge eating. That's not going to happen, because that is not what I want for my life. I don't care if I'm a coach or not. I don't want that for my life. I don't want my kids to see me do that. I don't want to get to be 45 years old. I'm 38 right now. And then look back and say, that's what I did during those peak years of my life, right? So just stay consistent with that. Be proof that they work because you're using it. So with that being said, write this down at the top of your calendar as something that is a monthly checklist. Ready? Every month, you're going to try a new product. Now, I don't know if you guys saw, but right now, our gigantic sampler is on sale. It's literally a sample of everything we have. It's one. So one Shaco, one Energize flavor, one Recover. So you can start with just the sampler pack, and it's not very much money. I think it's like $50. And you can try just, if you want to just like try onesies, and then you'll go, okay, so next month I'm really excited about the power greens because I don't need enough greens. I'm going to try that. Commit to a product every month, right? Commit to a program that you love, And I actually support the fact that like, if you really hate a program, quit that program and go to one you like. So that's fine with me. Okay. So, be proof that the products work. So I was just kind of thinking through in my workout today, some of the things that I think are super important right now, with maintaining habits that can stick. And this is not a working call. You're not going to be going out and messaging people right now, but these are some tips that I really hope will hold you through the week. And we're going to gather together this week, or every single week, and we're going to talk about things. And sometimes they're going to be power hour calls, like an action hour. I have somebody coming on next week to do that for us. That's in the top, she's number 138 in the company right now out of 350,000 coaches. And she's currently a 1-star. So, and her name's Shannon Corza. She lives here in Arizona. I adore her. And so you're going to learn from her because she's like a newer-ish leader, but she's also been in the business a long time. And so you'll be able to relate with her. Anyway, and then sometimes these calls are going to be motivational and sometimes they're going to be product training, depending on what we need. And if you have anything that you want to talk about, send them to me. The other thing is that you need to know is that every single week on Thursday, those that turn in their tracker sheet for the previous week will be entered to win a $25 Visa gift card that they can use towards Beachbody swag. Okay? So show up, show me your activity tracker. If there's zeros on it, doesn't count. You need to have at least 5 of the days, actual working hours. I don't want to see 1s and 2s. That'll never get you where you need to be. So I'm looking for 5s and above. You know what I'm saying? And don't lie. I'll know. It's going to translate in your business. So that's just going to get people like the momentum going again. Last thing, I found a girl to make me shirts with a new logo and it's super cute. And those are going out to all paid emeralds and above. Those that are paid emerald, waking up on May 20th. And you have to hold, actually let's do end of April. April 30th. And you have to hold your emerald through May. And anybody that's a paid emerald or higher is going to get the emerald tank. If you're my PS, if you're not my PS, then just reach out to me and I'll tell you what my cost was. And you can have that. And diamonds are going to get something else. I can't decide if I'm going to do yoga pants for diamonds because it's summer, or if I'm going to do jackets. We love the diamond jackets. I don't know. We'll talk about it. So some exciting things to get people back. The team's growing again. I have 12 minutes. Here we go. Okay, 5 things. 5 things. So number 1, a way to maintain your habits during this pandemic time is, first of all, before we get into all of this, is I want you to realize that if you are in a situation right now where you're feeling like so overwhelmed and so stressed out and so like you're grieving, you are dealing with anxiety, you're dealing with all these really, really strong emotions, and you're not personally affected by this. Like you might know somebody that is, but you're not an essential worker. You're not married to one. Nobody in your family has a coronavirus. You didn't lose a business. You didn't lose a job. If you're not going through that right now, I'm going to ask you to shake it off and rise up. Pause for a minute and absorb that. Knock it off. No, hold on. Because here's why. You have a family, you have a team, you have people that need you to hold it together because you are still so blessed with opportunity and things. So you get to keep moving forward. If you're safe at home, that is not a major like stress, right? Having the kids home is a pain in the ass, let's be honest. Like I love my children, they know this, but there's no break. And so that's really hard. So we're learning how to do that and navigate that. It's so much easier if we can go and take them to the movies or send them to a friend's or have friends come over. That's easier. But I am blessed because I can still have the ability to earn money. I can provide for my children, whatever. So if you are in a state of true grieving or like overwhelmed because of all of this, and you don't really have a personal reason why, knock it off. Now, if you do and you need to go through a grieving season because big things are happening and a lot has shifted for you and that's freaking you out about whatever, it might be money, etc., or whatever, take the time you need to grieve. No one gets to tell you how to go through this time. You can tell me to shove off right now, Emma, this is BS. I don't care. That's fine with me. Like, do what you need to do. But for those of us that are still able to work and push forward, we need to more than ever, because the economy needs us, our community needs us, our family needs us, our kids are watching us, our people are watching us. Okay? So number one, make your house kind of your safe place where you're eliminating toxic temptation that's going to mess up your routine. Now, like for some people, that's going to be alcohol. They're noticing that they're sliding from one drink to like 5 drinks, and that's happening way too much. And then that starts this whole guilt cycle. For some people, it's sugar. You don't need the sugar treats. Your kids don't need the sugar treats. Sugar's like crack for kids. You're like, I don't know why my kids are so naughty. They just ate a whole thing of Fruit Loops. They're on crack. They are cracked out. It's your fault. Put them in the backyard. Like, just eliminate it, throw it away. Like, learn to make some lower sugar, like half the sugar in your chocolate chip recipe. And they don't even know, like the chocolate chip cookie recipe. My kids don't even know. They don't even know what real chocolate chip cookies taste like. Well, maybe from friends, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's sugar for you, throw it out. For me, barbecue potato chips, they do not stand a chance in my house. If I have those, they call my name if I'm in my bedroom at night and it's 9 p.m. and I will eat the whole bag. So I don't buy them because that's my thing. I just can't have those. So Oreos, see, because then it's one and then it's like, whoa, I don't even know what happened. You just go into the vortex, right? And then you're like standing there going, what just happened? And the next morning you're like, I'll just do a double workout. And then your body's in stress response. You're like, I can't lose weight. Well, you stressed me out. I'm freaking out. I don't know what's happening. I'm not going to lose weight. So eliminate as much toxic temptation as you can. If something that's keeping you up at night is binge watching Netflix in your bed or whatever, take the TV out of your room. Disconnect the thing. Move it. Do not take your laptop into your room. Go in your bedroom at night and read. Put your phone in the bathroom or in your closet away from you. And when your alarm goes off at 6 a.m. or whatever you have it set for, you'll have to get up out of bed. You'll have to go get it. Get it away from you. Go to bed at a normal hour. Okay? Eliminate the toxics and stick to your routine. Sure, we're learning to navigate things at home. Sure, we are having to get creative with some things. But the more that you can stick with your daily routine as it was prior to the pandemic, the more in control of your life you're going to feel. Can I get an amen on a Tuesday? Type in the comments, the chat bar below right now, one thing you did today that showed you're trying to stick with your routine as much as possible. I got up this morning at 5:45. My kids slept in till like 8:30. And I did my whole power hour morning routine before they got up. I worked out, everything. I felt like $1,000,000. And my kids even commented, they're like, Mom, you seem so happy this morning. I'm like, I feel like I'm back in control. Okay, number 2. Get a good accountability buddy that's going to call you out on your crap and that you're going to be honest with. If your challenge groups aren't your place, like if you're coaching challenge groups, don't use that as your place. Grab another coach, grab a best friend, grab a husband, grab anybody, and just ask them, say, hey, if you notice that I'm sliding into watching too much TV and I'm doing that before I am getting my 10 names for the day down that I'm inviting, call me out. If you notice that I'm starting to eat, dessert at like 8:30, 9, 10, then call me out. Like, help me. I want to know this. Or if you get really emotional and stressy, and then you start to do these things, these sabotaging behaviors, have a buddy that's like, I just need a vent buddy during this time. Can I just call and like dump it all out or Marco Polo it to you and just get it out of my face? And then I'll be better. And I do that. I have my sister-in-law, we have this agreement. And we start the Marco Polo off with no judgment. And we just blah, 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 and we get it all out. And neither of us comment back on it. And then it's out. It just makes me feel better. And so have a buddy, okay? Have an accountability buddy for the business as well as your fitness and your mental health. Cool? Type your accountability buddy's name in the comments. If you don't have one, say, I need one. And we'll play matchmaker. Number 3, model the behavior of those with amazing habits. I don't recommend following a lot of coaches, right? Because then you can kind of do the comparison trap game. But with your social media, I'm giving you full permission right now. If people are posting things online that are sending you into a stress response or distracting you from your goals that you have, unfollow them during this time or hide their stuff. Just do that. If your best friend is calling you and she's, it's causing you to kind of stress or whatever, kind of feel free to go ahead and give yourself permission to distance yourself a little bit from these people that are dragging you down, because this is your life and your kids and your family, and you need to be able to pull yourself forward, right? So model the behavior of those with great habits. Start following or start linking up with people that are going to show up and they're going to call you out if you don't. So I actually really love to follow like Julianne Hough on Instagram, because she's so vibrant and honest and healthful, and she's like, it's just part of who she is. I like Brooke Burke. I like to follow her. I follow Alana Molstein that did To Be Mindset, because every day she has something coming out with food. And the more I see healthy recipes, the more I'm like, oh, I want to try that. But the more I see like Food Network did a thing on like the best chocolate desserts ever. As soon as I watched that, I was like, I want to make a chocolate cake. So like follow people that are showing up with good habits. If there is a coach in the network you really love because they're consistent every day, follow them, and that'll inspire you too. Or choose each other and then model that, okay? And ask yourself, if you were to look at your own social media presence, would you say that an outside person looking in would say that you're accountable and that you're consistent and that you're modeling behavior of a person that is a health and fitness coach? Like, did you teach something today? Did you share a tip? Are you showing up? Are you listening to personal development? Are you doing healthy activities with your family? Like, are you showing that you are working with other people that are doing this too? And if you're not, that's okay. Because guess what? You get to start fresh and over at any time. We get to do it today. Number 4. So that was model behavior of those with great habits. Number 4. Be the person that your people can depend on. And I'm not just talking about your challengers, and I'm not expecting perfection during this time. I want you to know that. But it is important that our people can depend on us, right? You tell your kids, mommy's working for 15 minutes and then I'm going to take you outside to play, or we're going to play sorry. You better set your timer for 15 minutes and get off your phone. If you tell your challenge group that you're going to have a Fun Fit Friday dance off, you better show up and have a Fun Fit Friday dance off. People in my challenge group, let's do that. That'd be fun. Yeah. Okay, now I got to choose a song. Be the person that your people can depend on. The second part of this, and this is how I'm getting into all of my invitations right now, is that when I'm doing my Success Club tracker sheet, or I actually use the Rise Up Planner. Which one do you guys use? Comment below. Please tell me which one you're using. This is the Rise Up Planner. You can get it on Amazon. It's designed by a coach. Rise Up. Haley, I'm going to mail you one because you hit Emerald. This is my Emerald gift. If you're not using this yet, I want you to use the Success Club tracker sheet, okay? And that's in the Coach Online Office, or Google it, and it has your behaviors that you should do every day in order to be successful. And the ones in the middle with the inviting and expanding and following up are the most important ones. They are. Those are your business, those are your revenue generating activities. But because it's a different time, when I'm getting into connection messages, what I'm sending every single day is just, hey, how are you doing during this crazy quarantine time? Are you hanging in there okay? Just wanted to check in on my friend. And I'm sending 15, 20, 25 of those a day, depending on how much time. And there's people watching my stories. So I said they're interacting with me, or people that liked or commented on my stuff. And I'm just checking in, or it's just people in my friends list. And so by doing that, I start a conversation, and then I see how they're actually doing. I'm doing great, actually. Good, awesome. Tell me, are you feeling healthy? And that's all I say. And they'll say yes or no. I missed the gym, whatever. And if they present something that makes sense, I invite them. Would you like to hear about the coaching opportunity. I just lost my job. You've been doing this workout stuff for a while. You've thought about becoming a coach during this time because you have all this extra time on your hands and you may as well. It's a lot of fun. Yes. So I sent 2 coaching videos out today. Or I have an ongoing accountability group. Would you care for some info on that? And that's where all of my invites are coming from. By sending those 15 to 20 messages a day, not every one of those people are going to get an invite from me because I'm being very sensitive, right, to where they are. It's not a cold message. It's a check-in message. I genuinely care about them and I want to know how they're doing. If I can help, I invite them. So that's be the person that your people can depend on, because a lot of times we're not talking anything about the business. I'm just being their friend and I love them and I want to be there. They can depend on me to ask them, are you okay? Do you need anything? Can I help you? I love you. Okay. Number 5, don't throw out what worked in the past. We try to reinvent the wheel. We try to do everything so different now. Stop. Don't throw out what worked in the past. Like if the things that worked for the business helped you to sign one challenger, do that again. Do it again and again and again. If getting up early worked for you in the past, because that's when the best time to do your workouts, do that again and again and again. And then just be flexible with some of the things that that you are doing, and so that you can make it work consistently. The personal development books I'm loving right now are Everything is Figure Outable. I got that one off of the call and I'm like, oh, this is kind of money right now. And I think a great one for right now is The Compound Effect. Because sometimes when we're in this narrow mindset, is this going to end? I'm here to tell you it's going to end. It will. This is going to pass. But here's the deal. Please write this down. A leader keeps going when no one understands their why, because they know their why. A leader keeps going when no one understands their why, because they know their why. No one has to understand why you're going to continue to show up for your goals. No one has to understand why you're reaching out to them, and you're genuinely reaching out to build a strong connection with people and build a community of people, right? It has nothing to do with fitness or the business. If it becomes part of that, that's a big, huge blessing. The second PD was compound effect. And so the important thing is that you understand your why. Something fun I did for myself, because I was spiraling into the black hole of like, you know, well, really it was the black hole of I'm so sick of being home with my kids. And I love them. And if you know me, you know I love my children more than anything, and we get along really well. I have great kids. It's just lonely sometimes to be the only adult around them. Anyway, is I made a vision board. And it's 90 days from now when all of this is over, because that's what I'm telling myself. If it goes on longer, fine, we'll reevaluate. Plot twist. What do I want to do with my family in 90 days when this is over? And what do I want to look back and have accomplished? Now, at first I had all these gigantic goals, and then I realized like a really good goal is actually just to be able to kind of like maintain normalcy during this time. So there are some things like I'm learning a piano song and like, you know, some different fun things. I'm learning Spanish. But it's more of like keeping a lot of consistency and routine, right? Finish MM 100, do 5 power hours a week, like a lot of these kind of things. Help my coaches grow their teams, like these kind of things. Read 2 books a month that are for business and 1 for pleasure, like these kind of things, right? But then in 90 days, when the chains are off and we are free to roam, I want to take my kids to Hawaii. I want to move out of my house and get into a different house. I'm so tired of living in this house that's filled, for me, it's filled with a lot of pain from divorces. It is. And I want to move on and go travel and take my kids in an RV and go up the PCH, Pacific Coast Highway. Like I have these plans, I have these goals, I have these things, and I put them in a visual vision board, and I want to go to a yoga retreat and get certified. I'm doing it. So I have these and I set my alarm to go off 3 times a day. So first thing in the morning, when I open my phone, before I don't get on Facebook or Instagram, I look and I review my goals, and then I listen to a podcast. But while I'm brushing my teeth and like doing all the morning routine stuff, I don't even look at my notifications at all until I've taken care of me and my workout. Like I go through my whole morning routine before I do my notifications. And part of my morning routine is I look at my goals. And then my alarm goes off at like 2 in the afternoon when I'm feeling it. I'm like, it goes off at 2:30. And it is, look at your goals. So I look at my vision board again, and I pause for a minute, for like 5 minutes, and I just imagine myself chasing after my kids in Hawaii on the beach, and what that would feel like, sound like. All the senses are flying, right? And I be there, and that motivates me to keep going. And then I do it again before I go to bed every single night. I'm journal gratitude, 3 things that went well for the day, and then I read it again. And that gets me excited to wake up early in the morning and do it all over again. So I'm not sure if that's helpful or not, but that's just an idea of what can help to keep us going during this time. This is going to end. How do we want to get through it? Because we're all going through it. Wouldn't it be cool to get in 90 days from now to be like Star Diamonds and earn the Star Diamond bonuses? Did you guys see what they are? 2-star diamond bonus, this last one was $967. 5-star diamond bonus was almost $5,000. 10-star diamond bonus was like $18,000, and 15-star diamond bonus was $50,000. That's per quarter. Could you use any of that? You know how you do that? You light a fire under yourself. You show up every day consistently, and you help other people do the same. Lather, rinse, repeat. This is not far off. You can hit diamond in 60 days. I guarantee it, if you just show up consistently with the right mindset. Consistency, bravery. Consistency, bravery. Okay? Thank you guys for being on the call. I'm going to snap a picture real quick so everybody unhide yourselves. Be brave. Alicia Taylor Davis. That's my niece. I can give her some crap. Alicia's going to be diamond. She committed. Erica's getting her diamond back. She committed. I know Heather wants it. We've talked about it. Alexis is going for 2-star. Yes, you are. We haven't talked about it. I'm telling her right now. Because she can. And she should. And Haley, I know you could do diamond in 60 days. Lisa, we need to talk about your goals. And who else is on here? I have the 2 Lisas. That's Lisa and Lisa. And then Meredith. Hi, Meredith. I don't know Meredith very well. Okay, looks like they're not going to unmute. So I will take our picture and post it.